Hey everybody, you're watching Ready Set Drone, and today I have the Insta360 One. It's a 360 camera that does a lot of cool stuff, so stay tuned and we'll check it out. So first of all, thanks to Insta360 for providing the Insta360 One to me. It is a pretty small little camera. It's got a lens on either side, so you can see there, and they're slightly offset. If you look at it from the side, you can see one is a little bit higher than the other. And I think that is to help it be more seamless in its 360 coverage. It's got a microphone in the top. It's also got a lightning port that pops out here in the bottom, and that lightning port allows you to plug it directly into an iOS device, an iPhone or an iPad, and actually control it using the app that's built into, or that you download for free. Now it does say that it's compatible with some Android devices, but I think right now it's primarily iOS devices. So I would double check that if you're gonna pick one up if you're an Android user before you do. But it's very well built. As a matter of fact, I have to tell you a little story about this scratch here. I actually had it fall off my drone onto a sidewalk from about 200 feet. And the only thing that happened is the card popped out, but otherwise the thing works perfectly still. So props to Insta360 for making a durable product that can fall off a drone and still survive. A couple of specs on it. The aperture is an f2.2. The photo resolution is 24 megapixels, which is 6,912 pixels by 3,456 pixels, and that's what allows you to have such a wide panoramic view, because obviously it's got two cameras shooting both directions. The video resolution at 30 frames per second is 3840 by 1920, and at 60 frames per second it's 2560 by 1280. So it's definitely higher resolution when it's in 30 frames per second. And then it does this thing called bullet time, which makes it go 120 frames per second. Bullet time is a thing where you take it and you use either this stick that you can get with it that says design for bullet time right there on the side, and threads right into the bottom and extends, or you also can use this string or fishing line that comes with it, which I've done both. This actually is already pre-tied with a knot, so basically it's already set up for you to screw it into the bottom and spin it around your head, either with this stick or with that string, and it creates this pretty awesome effect because it keeps everything level and it keeps you in the center of the frame, and it slows everything way down. So you can check it out. I've done it a couple of times, once while riding a skateboard and once just out here in the yard using the string. But back to the specs real quick. Again, it's compatible with iOS devices. It does have a stabilizing gyroscopic digital stabilization inside of it. It's not a gimbal, but it is digital stabilization, and it does a pretty good job. So the video is .insv and the photo is .insp files. Now, I don't know if that's a standard protocol or a standard file format for 360 cameras or not. I'm not really an expert. This is really my first 360 camera I've ever reviewed. So it is a file format that allows you to open it using their software, which is free, by the way. The Insta360 software is free. And the software is actually pretty cool. It allows you to create keyframes where you can change between different looks, like fisheye or small world, tiny planet, whatever you call it, or a panoramic view. And you can also pick tracking points in the software and actually decide where you want to highlight. So as you go along, you can actually pick point 1 or point 2, and the camera will slowly pan back and forth between these points on its own. And it's not panning, it's actually just moving the image that you've taken, because this is a 360 image, around to different points of view. So it's a way that you can actually create a lot of cool post-production with just a single camera. It does live streaming, so you can actually live stream from it to Facebook Live, Twitter, and Periscope. Look like the three supported ways you can live stream with it. I haven't done that. It does have a time-lapse mode built into it, so you can actually take time-lapse images with it. And again, those are really cool because in post you can move around on the screen of the time-lapse. Now, as I said before, the thing is really pretty solidly built, And while it's on this stick here, it's just threaded in. The thread is a standard 1/4-inch thread. The micro SD card goes right here in the bottom, so that just slots in. I think it goes up to 128 gig card. I think I have a 32 in there right now. The lenses, as I said, are offset. The microphone is up here on the top, and right here is where you charge it via micro USB. And so there is a little tiny reset button here on it that you can use a paper clip or something to actually hit if you need to. I did have one time when this thing locked up, and I went online and I read that once, if it locks up like that, you just hold down the power button. You turn it on, let it go, and then you hold down the power button for 20 seconds and it'll reset the whole camera, which it did, and everything was fine after that. Also, the way you actually shoot a picture, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on here real quick. So you can see that blue LED lights up when it's on and turns green down here and right here. So it's on right now. Now, if I want to shoot a picture of myself doing this video, I'll just hit the button one time, and it just took a photo. Now, if I hit the button twice, it starts taking video. So now it's taking 360 video of this entire setup as I'm sitting here shooting this video, and it keeps doing that until I push the button again to stop it. And then finally, if you push the button 3 times, that's programmable. You can actually program it to do different things. You can have time lapse, or you can have it do the bullet time. Right now I have it set up for the bullet time if I push the button 3 times. So if I go 1, 2, 3, it's now wanting me to take this thing, and I'll go ahead and do it actually to show you what it looks like. And now it's in bullet time. So now I'm just going to hold on to this string and I'm just going to spin it over my head like this. And they say that 1 rotation per second is what you want ideally for bullet time. So it's slowing this image down right now as I'm spinning it over my head, and you can see what it looks like. I'm kind of curious to see what this looks like as well. Keep going a little bit. There's some really cool shots of people walking through birds, walking through smoke, and along the beach, on a boat, all kinds of cool stuff. So this is me doing bullet time, and it's pretty easy. You know, just want to catch it and stop it, and then hit stop there. Now this little stick that it comes with is pretty cool. Actually, I don't know if it comes with a stick or if the stick is extra, but it came with mine. You thread it here on the bottom, and then you can extend it like this, and then tighten it back up, and then, and I'm gonna hold it like that. And now I'm rolling video of this thing. And so in the video, I'm gonna try and hold it kind of steady. In the video, the stick won't show up because it basically has a blind spot right beneath it. And so, you know, for me sitting here like this, you can't even tell that I'm actually holding a camera. It just looks like I'm just sitting here and the camera's just kind of floating up in space, which is really cool. And again, you can spin it over your head to do the bullet time. You can hold this out the window of a car. You can shoot this with while you're riding an electric skateboard, which is something I've done. All kinds of stuff this stick allows you to do. The thing does actually have a waterproof housing that's optional. So if you wanted to apply the waterproof housing, you could do that and take it on a surfboard or take it skiing, water skiing, all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and push this back in, and I'll set it right here. And then that's another camera I can cut away to, and I could also show you that camera over there, this camera here, what's sitting over there. I mean, it's just 360, right? So you can see everything. The battery life is supposed to be about 70 minutes total of continuous video shooting. So if you were out shooting, you know, multiple things, as long as you were stopping and starting, I think you'd get more time than that, but 70 minutes of continuous run. I'm going to leave a link in the description if you want to check out the Insta360 for yourself. If you're planning a big adventure this summer, I think it might be a really cool addition to bring with you. I am excited to do more with this. I'm actually going to be traveling a bit starting in about a month, and I'll be using this a lot while I'm traveling just to capture different perspectives and that sort of thing. And then Insta360 has several other cameras that they put out, and so I'm curious to see what their additional cameras can do. But for A lot of bang for the buck right now. The Insta360 One seems to be a great camera. And as I said, mine fell from a drone at 200 feet and did pretty well. So that's it, the Insta360 One. It's a really cool little 360 camera, and I've had a lot of fun with it so far. I'm looking forward to doing more with it over the summer. If you like this video, I hope you'll give it a like and hit the bell for notifications when I come out with new videos. And also be sure to subscribe to Ready Set Drone. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Try not to hold me down, feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down, feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car. Lay my troubles to rest, blow the smoke through my cigarette. City lights looking fine, and I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down, feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down, feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Look at the beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car.